Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel Masterclass with Tapa. This is the place for new age management skills and lifestyle tips for budding managers like you all. As we all know, life as a manager is challenging, and what works in one team or with one individual rarely applies to all. So today I will be sharing some tips and tricks related to how effective a people manager you should be. So watch the video till the end. As the key to managing well is understanding people, you need to know what makes them tick and what motivates them and when and how they are at their best productive way. That's often easier said than done. You also can't neglect your own motivation and development as a career progression doesn't stop when you reach that coveted management role to help you to get the grips to the tricky world of management and to be the best people manager you can. Be interested, get to know your team, and we mean really know them. Ask questions, listen to their answer, and remember their even a smallest detail. Find out about their life outside the work, what is important to them, and then do what you can do to recognize and protect it. Do they cherish Saturdays with their families? Avoid asking them to work on weekends. Are certain evenings the only time that they get with their family and the friends? Send them home early the day they want to be there with their family. Do they have children? Be mindful of their childcare arrangements. Often the smallest gesture can have the greatest impact. Then be approachable. Talk to your team every day, even if it is just a good morning. How are you today? As we are still now working from home, so it has become more and more important. Always be in touch with your team and be accessible and approachable. Be one of the team. Don't set yourself above them or ask them to do the things that you wouldn't. Then make time for them. Make it's clear that you care about their ideas and experience at work, that you value their work and their input whenever they will try to give it to you. Be calm and collected. Don't take yourself or the role too seriously. Nobody likes working for a boss who is upright and can't relax. Then a smile goes a long way in helping and motivating the team, and tension and stress are always contagious. If you are anxious and highly strung, worried about the next month's figures, or maybe this excluding panic, this will filter down to your team also. Then admit your mistakes. Try to be appear perfect implies you expect perfection from your team, and nobody can live up to that always. So if you made a mistake, try to tell them, be honest and set an example. Never pass the blame down to the hierarchy to try to appear inflammable, whether they are brave enough to say it or not. Your team will know if something was at your fault. Don't lose their respect by shrinking responsibility. Show them how to own mistake, learn from them, and move forward. That's the thing. Make well-being a priority. Take time off and make well-being a priority during this trying times. This is as much for your team's benefit as your own. You don't want to contribute to the idea that be a successful and reach at higher level of management in your organization. You need to work all hours and always beyond. Then if your team see you taking holiday and prioritizing downtime so that they can bring your best self to work, they won't be concerned about putting their own well-being first when they need to. Stressed and tired managers are not good managers and don't make good decisions too. Your team won't thank you for turning up to work every day if you are irritable and impatient. Stress and anxiety at work have less to do with the work we do and more to do with weak management and bend the rules and mix things up. It is fine to take a break, the routine once in a while, and obviously you should be meant with the team. In fact, it is beneficial to have disrupt predictably pattern of behavior to avoid getting stuck in a rut. It is a 26-degree and sunny outside. Take that meeting out to a local park or maybe just outside of the office, or even better, reschedule for tomorrow and finish up early if it is necessary to done the meeting at that day. Someone use your holiday allowance, but as an important family event has been cropped up, let them borrow from their next quarter. And obviously, don't stick rigidly to the plans and rules if common sense suggests a different path. Get most of yours balance, strike a balanced and effective team is a balanced team. And good managers make sure the right people are on the right job, and that's the team is multi-dimensional. Everybody can do or support the other team member when needed be. You want have range of complementary roles and skills and different personality types and good split of different age and gender. You want your team to be challenge each other and add value and voice different opinions and perspective. Listen, a balanced team provides no benefit if their ideas and perspective aren't heard. So be heard to them. Actively listening to what they say and value their thought. Give people your full attention, hear them out, and where relevant, show that they have taken their views on board. Then adjust your style, find out what motivates your team, that work goals and aims. Then think about how you can support them to help them to be their best self and achieve those goals. Do they respond best to target or incentive or to autonomy and responsibility? What are their pain points? What do they work best, worst with? Understand their preferences and manage them accordingly. You might need to adopt a slightly different management style for certain members of your team because everybody is a different. Be flexible and accommodating, and you will be give or take out the best of everyone. Then don't hire talent, develop it. We know that it is a talent that is a myth or some other rare or very specific exception. Most people can be trained to do anything. You can, of course, hire people who are good at what they do, and for maybe the practical reason you will be have certain type of skills or certain base level of knowledge and experience. But in terms of talent, this is often shaped by the environment and how you building your team. A star in one company may be stagnant in another. You should be aiming to bring out the best in people and help them to grow, not hiring someone who has already plateaued. It always motivate your team to work hard if they perceive there to be a promotion and progression and opportunities rather than seeing more senior roles filled by external candidate. Do believe in your internal candidate. So people be with the team and help the team when they need it most. If you like my thoughts, give my channel a huge thumbs up, share it and subscribe it. Till I meet next, bye for now. Thank you.